On Views and Motion with Prime Reporters, we spoke with Honorable Emeka Chinedu representing Ahiazo, Mbise and Eze-Nihite Federal Constituency of Imo State. Honorable Chinedu spoke with us on his motion need to give automatic employment to graduates of first class in Nigerian institutions.
I rise to move a motion on the need to grant automatic employment to first class graduates. The House knows that at the end of every academic year, Nigerian universities, both government and private owned, produce hundreds of first-class graduates, where a huge percentage find it difficult to secure jobs or establish a place to give back to the society or make commensurate input on nation building. The House also notes that graduating in first class in any institution of learning is an indicator of the grade A brain, as the journey to such feat is not only characterized by the smartness or intellect of the graduating student, but riddled with challenges such as superlative effort, resilience, hard work, determination, irrepressible stress, with a strong will that showcases the inability to accept failure in all circumstances. The House therefore regrets that the growing rate at which employable first-class graduates of universities in the country are going jobless or leaving the country in droves after the National Youth Service Corps, while the lower grades whose relations are connected get options of first refusal, irrespective of the growing national concern to get the nation's best brain abroad, aboard leadership and other positions.
The reason behind this, my motion was I did a research in my constituency. I found out that most of the students who have first class are unemployed. I spoke to one or two people and found out that they are just roaming about the street without any employment. Meanwhile, you come to most of these parastatals, most of these MDAs, you see most of the workers there. They came out with either third class or second class, upper second class, and the first class brains are just there on the street roaming about because they don't have anybody. They don't know anybody in government. They don't have any godfather. So I said it would be in the best interest of the country that we will allow the people who have first class to be given automatic to the MDAs and agencies. Not only when you come out with first class, the best they can do for you in this country is for the school to reabsorb you either as an assistant lecturer or as a lecturer. Why must it end up that way? Meanwhile, you can also work in big parastatals like NMPC, NIMASA, FIRS. So because of that reason, I had to move that motion. And you can see that the motion was widely debated yesterday.
The lawmaker spoke on some issues which were raised during the debate.
I guess we were on the floor of the House yesterday. One of my colleagues raised that point that most times they buy the first class. But that means, is it every student that buy the first class? They are genuine ones that actually merit that first class. So if you're saying because some of the people that came out of first class, they bought them, what about the genuine ones who actually worked hard to merit that first class? So before you are awarded the first class, the university must scrutinize your GP, they must scrutinize whatever you have done before you are awarded first class. Even I think the set-up panel, I think it is not easy for you to be awarded first class. Just like the argument of some of my colleagues yesterday, someone was saying, does it mean that if somebody who has a first class in Yoruba, he or she will be given employment? What about the person who has first class in maybe ICT or medicine? First class is first class. For you to merit first class, you must have put in a lot of hard work. Whether it's in Igbo language, you have your first class, Yoruba language, or in TV language, for any higher institution to award you first class, they must have known that you deserve it. You must have worked hard. And also, no higher institution want to bring their name into the mud, drag their name into the mud by just awarding first class to everybody. I mean, if they do that, I mean, they are bringing down the reputation of such institutions. So for me, if you're given a first class, I'm sure you merit it, even in a private university.
On whether the motion will eradicate unemployment in the country, Honorable Chinedu said the motion will not eradicate unemployment, but will encourage hard work amongst young people.
No, the idea, the idea of moving the motion is not that it will eradicate unemployment totally, but it will help a long way. If we have about 100 graduates at every season, whereby a school is winding up and graduates will have new graduates, and about 100 graduates are gainfully employed. That has reduced the number of unemployed youth we have in Nigeria. So the idea of the motion is not you can't eradicate unemployment totally. It's not possible. You understand? There are a lot of every 4 years the higher institution produce graduates. But if some of them are giving graduates, at least you have reduced unemployment in Nigeria. That's the idea of this thing. And also, the idea of the motion is to encourage hard work. Because before you are given a first class, before you come out with a first class, you must have studied so hard, put in a lot of effort, stress. So it is good to reward hard work. It's not only, just like in a home, when a child does something good, the father rewards that child, to encourage that child. So the idea is to encourage our youth to read hard and work harder so that they can come out with a high grade, like first class. And if they're given that automatic employment, you find out that other people want to sit up, they want to study harder so that since they know that at the end of the day, if they come in first class, they will get an employment. That's the idea.